To make it in the music industry, it takes a lot of courage, talent, passion, and lukundo. That means love. Get with the know, with the royal language. It's about time. And here to live out loud and talk about love and life is Webi. Let's chat with him next. Hello and welcome to Sheila Lives Out Loud. I'm truly grateful that you're here with us. Remember to subscribe to my channel. But today we're going to live out loud at Westwood Hotel with Kenya's first Airtel Trace music superstar. I said Airtel because I got my accent on. Webi, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Sheila.
High five,
low
five, middle
five,
five, and missed
and then...
five. The missed one. There you go.
Well, that's a new one. I'm going to take that with me. Yes.
I do a lot of crazy things, but it's so great to see you.
Thank you.
And karibu sana.
Asante.
The last time I was chatting with you, it was the run-up to winning the Airtel Trace Music Star.
Yes.
And you were the first Kenyan winner.
Yes, I was. The first edition of Airtel Trace Music Stars saw me win it.
Right.
They've just concluded the second edition, but I'm excited that I was the opening.
You will always be number one. Everybody remembers the winner.
First one, yes.
The second one is still not number one, but they have tried.
Yes.
And it's really great to see you. And for those who may not know you or know your music, just tell us a little bit about yourself real quick, like I've got a timer on.
My name is Benjamin Webi. I'm a singer-songwriter. I have 3 albums out, my most recent one being Lukundo, which means love. And I'm excited to do this every single day. I do this full time.
Come on.
Yes.
That was just...
Yeah.
Thank you.
How's your timer going?
Hashtag 140 characters or less. I love it.
Yeah.
But you know, there are people who don't know that before Airtel Trace, you were out here grinding and doing your thing and singing and writing and looking for that big break. Tell me about when you first started your music journey and how long it was before, you know, the skies truly opened for you.
Well, I first stepped out into the scene in 2013. That's actually when I walked into a studio for the first time. That's 2013. So, no, sorry, I'm not 2013, 2003.
Come on.
I get my dates going. I stepped into a studio for the first time.
You were meant to sing, not count.
Yeah, I guess I'm looking at when things started to really open up. But going back, 2003. So, you know, this is 2016, so that's been 13 years. I first walked into a studio in 2003, and that's when I first started recording my first album.
It's been 13 years,
13
which would
years.
mean that when you were winning the music search competition and everything, you'd been hustling and doing your thing for 12 years.
Pretty much, yes.
What were those 12 years like?
They were crazy. And they were a huge challenge. Doing music in our industry at this time, I mean, and especially that time, it was very difficult, you know. I was that guy who was doing the music that's different from everyone else's. So there was the discouragement of, because I loved R&B, and that kind of came out in both my albums, you know, leading up.
You were definitely not doing Mikono Ju,
No.
Mikono Chini,
I was the girl who would sit on a stool with a guitar.
Mikono Hapa. Yeah.
I was a girl who would sit on the stool with a guitar.
Right.
I'm the girl who would sing the mellow stuff.
Yeah.
You know, lyric heavy, acoustic heavy. And, you know, a bunch of people were like, you know what, R&B, African music, I don't know. If you make it, okay, cool. Then I won 2008 One Gospel Awards. That was a continental award, the only one of its kind, the only edition that happened.
Yeah, I remember. Like, that's when I was thinking, hello there.
Yeah.
I think I know you. I want to know more of you.
Yeah.
And that takes me to my next question.
Yeah.
You were a gospel artist to begin with.
Yeah.
Does this mean that you've said bye-bye, hallelujah, and
actually
hello,
glad.
Lukundo?
I'm actually glad you're saying that because I still am a gospel artist. I've just changed how I'm presenting it. My first 2 albums are very overtly gospel in the message, and you hear them, you can tell this is a gospel album. But I believe that the gospel is a practical, everyday thing, and Lukundo is an everyday life experience. I like to say this is an album for all the everyday people, the believers, the dreamers, the guys who experience what we experience on an average day. And in this context, I'm talking about relationships. I mean, we've heard about relationships from everywhere else. Now I want to talk about it, the God idea. God values, family values.
And it's very important that you've put this on the table.
Yeah.
A gospel artist can sing about love.
Absolutely.
Just because a person is a Christian or is a gospel artist, that doesn't mean their heart doesn't feel emotion.
Yeah.
They don't go through disappointments and heartache and heartbreak. A gospel artist can sing about those things because that is the journey of life. And I love it.
Absolutely.
But here we are, it's the year 2016.
Yeah.
You were kicking and hustling 12 years ago, and the industry today, a lot's happened.
Yeah.
Do you think it's far easier for new musicians today, or has the game changed and it's changed to make it harder for new musicians on the scene?
What I really think is that there are a lot more opportunities. I mean, there's a lot more opening for people to begin a music career and succeed at it. First, because, the general tide, the perception, the understanding of it has changed. Now we're moving away from the place where musicians are looked at as people who are broke or people who can never survive exclusively on doing music as a full-time, although we still get asked, so what else do you do? There's still a bit of that.
Like during the week, because this is something
this
you do
must be
on
a
Friday
weekend
night
thing.
or on Saturday night in the club.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of people are beginning to understand and to see that this is an actual career. We have an industry now, and it's a money-making industry. It's a content industry. There's a lot to offer. So I believe that a lot of new artists who choose to start their careers at this time stand an even better chance because of also the evolution of the industry.
Right.
Before it was much harder because, everything was prescribed. There were cartels. Let me call it that.
Yeah, no, it's the truth.
Yeah.
You had to know someone who knew someone who was someone who could play your music
Absolutely.
or air your video or, nonsense like that. Thank God for the internet.
Thank God. Exactly. Because
Thank God.
Even if you don't
play
get
my
played.
music, but I'm going to play it here.
And imagine the number of people you're reaching at any one time.
Exactly.
You see?
So you keep your small audience. I'm going to go to the world.
There we go. There we go. Worldwide releases now happen.
Domination.
Exactly.
They said the revolution will not be televised.
Yeah.
And that's simply because the revolution is online. It's happening there. Say what you need to say, do what you need to say. And that's just a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
But going back to the reality show and you taking part and it putting you on the map in the way that it did, we have different reality shows happening. I mean, I'm not going to mention all of them by name, but we've had occasions where we've watched young talent come in, audition, sing, do what they want to do. But then after that, when the show is over, the career, nobody knows.
That's it.
And the only things we get to read and hear and see are, oh, this one is here, this one is now broke, this one spent your money on the girls.
Yeah.
Do you think competitions like the one that you're in or any other that centers around music and a competition, are they good for young artists or they just don't do it?
They're wonderful for young artists in as much as giving them a platform is concerned. But what young artists need to know, or any artist who's going onto that platform needs to know, is that it's going to take a lot more behind the scenes, your own initiative, your own desire to succeed. We like to say you have to hustle it out for yourself. Because at the end of the day, the show will end, the competition will be over. What then?
Yes.
I mean, now that you've probably made some money, how about you invest that money in doing something that will push you forward? Because that's the part that's always left out. I don't remember a single competition where people said, now that we have this winner, we're following up to make sure they're investing, or we're following up to make sure that, they got into a studio and actually did that. And I can understand. I mean, it's probably not their core business.
It's not their core business, so they're not going to do it.
Exactly. That means the artist has to go in with a plan already. You have to go there knowing what it is that you want out of this and what it's going to do for you and how you can make it work. That's the secret.
Fantastic. I remember working with an artist and meeting him on a reality show.
Yeah.
And he went by one name, but when the show was over, he changed his name and changed his style of music. And I thought, you've got to be kidding me. Everything you did up until that point, you're starting from scratch and throwing that character that everybody fell in love with and loved, and you're throwing that away, which is a very sad reality. But as we close, you've got a brand new album.
I have a brand new album.
It's called Lukundo.
It's called Lukundo.
I call it the royal language.
Yes.
And I'd be prejudiced because I am a member.
No, it's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, if we don't talk about it, no one else will,
Right.
There we go.
So tell us about Lukundo. What does it mean?
Lukundo means love. That's the title of the album.
Right.
And it basically talks about love in the different contexts. Romantic relationships, dating relationships, relationship with God. I'm a husband and a father. So I have a song there for my daughter, a relationship with our parents. My mom, I wrote a song for my mom. It's called Mao.
Mao. And then, of course, Lukundo is love in Taita.
Absolutely.
Because
in
you
Taita.
really refused to mention the name of this royal language.
No, I was getting there. I was getting there.
Oh, you were building up and I sort of took it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, don't worry. And I have some Taita songs in there.
Hallelujah.
One featuring Angela Mondanda.
And how am I not in this album?
Now you and I can figure out something we can do for a follow-up single.
I am liking the sound of that. You've brought me copies of the album so that we can give these out today.
Yes.
Letter.
I came bearing gifts. One is for one lucky winner.
Yes.
And one is for you.
Oh,
Yes, I'm
and
showing Lukundo right now.
you're definitely going to sign mine,
Yes.
and you'll also sign the one that we're going to give out.
Absolutely. I think we're going to ask a question, and then, if they answer it correctly, we can give them this album.
What do you mean you think you're going to ask a question? You're definitely going to ask a question.
Okay, we're going to ask a question.
And,
yes.
and I think the question should come from you, because I could give the hardest questions.
Wow.
And I want everybody to have a great time and get their hands on this album.
Absolutely.
So ask the question, Baba.
I'm going to backdate this a bit. So if you can tell me the name of my second album, this is my third album. Lukundo is my third album. Tell us the name of my second album, and you get yourself a copy of Lukundo.
The name of the second album, if you can give us the name, and this is how you do it. You log on to my social media page, and that is the Facebook page. That's /Sheila Mwanyega. Give me the correct answer. We're going to put up the post with Webi as we have this conversation. Give me the correct answer, and I'm certainly going to hook you up with a copy of this album. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Every day is a day for you to live out loud, live fully. You're only here once, baby. We are at Westwood Hotel. Remember again to subscribe to my channel. But thanks for watching. Live out loud. Do you want to play something?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, play. I like it. So we've got music to fade away, fade away. Can I sing along?
If you'd like to, yes.
Yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
This one is a song called Jipende. It's about loving yourself.
I love myself.
Usipojipenda, utapendwa na nani? Fikiria jamani. Hey. Usipojitaka, utakikane na nani? Weka manani. Hey. Confidence is a very fine dress. Wear it like a smile. Jipende mwenyewe na utapendeza. Jipende mwenyewe na utapendeza. Umeumbwa ukaumbika.